Hey, good morning. I just feel like I should share some thoughts here. Um, there's a lot going around social media right now with the church calling the head of communications, who's an activist for LGBTQ and transgender, and then other examples that have kind of piled up. So I'll share the links to those by a couple church apologists, LDS church apologists, in the description below. But I just wanted to share a couple thoughts with those. I love friends, family in the church. I know how hard it is to see discrepancies in what you believe the doctrine of Jesus Christ is, as found in the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, Pearl Great Price, and kind of are aware of it, and then you kind of put on the bookshelf, move to the next thing, and you still teach your children light and truth, but things continue to build up in the church, and things continue to come forward, and like this management position, the head of communications, where there's definite things going on that send mixed signals to your children and to you. And it's hard to navigate when you believe the church is true. You've had so many experiences in the church that have led you to believe the church is true, and that those that are called and sustained as prophets, seers, and revelators really are talking to God. And it's hard to make sense of all of that. Because you feel like they're sending that mixed signal, and that they're speaking for the Lord. So you start going in this you start thinking you've gone mad, right? You're like, am I just not in tune with the Spirit? Why are they putting a queer lady up at BYU Women's Week as a young women's president? Why Sister Eubanks and the other Relief Society president, general Relief Society president for the whole church, is there holding this lady up as an example to all the women there, and just at a ward level to have that woman as the young women's president, that'd be a little disconcerting for me if I had my children in there. You send them to church and thinking that's a safe place, that's they're going to reinforce the teachings of the home. And then more things coming out at the church level, a transgender person being baptized, and all these different crazy things happening. So I just wanted to share. I feel like I have some empathy for you because I was in that situation. I was kind of considered myself, I would say I was a truth seeker, but I was an apologist for the church too. Meaning, when I say apologist for the church, meaning no matter what I saw, I would still take the side of the church, and explain why the church is still true, even though they've done this and this and this or whatever. So I think it's hard to get out of that mindset. I mean, it's your culture, it's your belief system, it's your world. Not only that, even if you are just a cultural Mormon, I believed the brethren were talking to Christ every Thursday, in that meeting. They were, or if not every Thursday, often, that Christ literally was the head of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so when I went on down the path I did of discovering the truth about polygamy, that Joseph was not a polygamist, sharing from the church's own scriptures and Joseph Smith papers, documents from the church logo on them, the discrepancies, and then what I came to find out as I really researched how Joseph lived, what he said, and what Emma said, it was very clear something wasn't being transferred correctly down through the narrative. And of course I lost my church membership over it. And I'm not bitter at all about that. I'm grateful for that experience. I mean, it has transformed me. Some would say in a bad way, and that's okay. It's their opinion. But I am so grateful for how this has gone. And also, I just want to invite others to especially friends and family, people who know me or whatever. Like, I love you, and I can sense the pain and frustration that happens as you see these things happen. In the book of Revelation, John prophesies that Babylon the Great shall fall. What's Babylon? Anything that's connected to this one world order of complete worldliness, complete power and prestige, and these agendas, the LGBTQ agenda, trying to destroy the family, trying to destroy the basic fundamental roots of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Adam and Eve, male and female, God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Elohim is the word used in Hebrew. Elohim, im, makes it plural. The little bit of Hebrew I know, had a Hebrew class, that's one thing that really stuck out, and that's the gods created male and female in their own image. And so it's the basic fundamental beliefs are being uprooted by this agenda, and this LGBTQ agenda, and it's infiltrated the church, and it's sad. You send your kids to primary thinking they're going to be taught the gospel of Jesus Christ, the same things you teach in your home, and then come to find out they slip in these things, and I'll have these in these videos too below. But anyways, I just wanted to maybe offer some words of encouragement from Scripture. In 3 Nephi 27, it says, "And howbeit my church, save it be called in my name. For if a church be called in Moses' name, then it is Moses' church. Or if it be called in the name of a man, then it be the church of a man. But if it be called in my name, then it is my church, if it so be that they are built upon my gospel." So it's his church if it's built upon his gospel. And I think that's hard because, all these churches done a remarkable job at identifying their church as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Just like any marking, right? You say it enough, people will believe it, but you have to look at the root and the fruits, and see if they're reflecting the teachings of Jesus Christ. Supporting LGBTQ is not reflecting the gospel of Jesus Christ. So then in Matthew 10, great chapter. I'll just read this. He said, this is Christ speaking. He said unto them, "Give place for the," let's see, that's the wrong, went back one too many pages. This is Matthew 10, starting in verse 26. "Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered." God knows you, right? He knows me, he knows all of us. He loves us. "Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven." Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So if we don't confess the truth before men, any man, no matter what title, no matter what badge he has on his chest or whatever, that's the same reaction the Lord will have to us before the Father. "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth." There's a lot of talk about peace and love, right? But he didn't come to send peace on earth. "Think not that I came to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it." So I have some experience with this, and I think we all do, right, in our own way, in our own lives. And we know that God's faithful whenever we take a stand for truth. He is faithful. He comes through. He always comes through. And no matter how frustrating it can be to know that you're going to lose some closeness in a relationship that you have for standing for truth and righteousness, God always finds a way to fill that void. He will send another comforter, right? He is the second comforter, and he will comfort those that truly love him and lay everything on the table for him. So that's just what I wanted to share. Hopefully it finds the right people that could use this to find strength when as they confront these things in their families and their local wards and stakes and whatever level they're at, and find peace in Jesus. And I share these with you. I think it was in his name. Thanks.